Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to recharge the air conditioning on your truck. Not all trucks are the same, but the air conditioning hoses are. Here we go. Okay, so real quick, I want to show you how hot this truck is without any air conditioning, just sitting outside. That's hot. $120. You probably can't even get to. Ooh, I guess you can. 141 degree. 120. All right, so when we're recharging our AC, probably the most savings we're gonna get with the Freon is, or the 134A, are the little bottles here. Now I've bought a lot of the bigger ones here in the past, and then they come with this neat little reusable dispenser. My truck has just had, I just redid the heads. It's got a new transmission. I've got a couple of these, but so since there's no Freon in the truck at all, this one takes 42 ounces. And these are 12 each, so we're gonna be a little over 3. So with these nozzles, I guess the best thing we can understand is when you're doing the AC to recharge, you have to use the high side with the engine running. When they say, okay, well, you gotta use the high side only, these ends only fit on one side of the charging station on the air conditioning for your condenser. So when we come up here and look, we have air conditioning hoses coming out of our heater box, and I believe, let's see, I believe this is my high side. There's a little cap right down here. Of course, every vehicle is different. Now, like Chevys, they got 2 lines that run alongside each other, and your high side and low side are right next to each other. So let's see, what we'll do is we'll just test fit all these refillable, reusable devices have, oh yeah, the same adapting head or right there. Pretty simple. There's my high side. As far as my low side, I don't need to find it. Oh, look at that right there. It don't fit, and all the adapters are the same, so we know that's our low side. We can put the cap right back on that bugger right there. Dawn dish soap, a bottle of water with a hole in it. So what we're gonna do, once we fill this thing up, the number one reason why air conditioning usually doesn't last a long time is there's a little valve in here that's the same as a tire valve, but it just has different gaskets, okay? So once you use that, those don't get used very often. So basically when you break that seal, they typically continue to leak. So there's a few ways to fix that, but first we'll load it and then we'll see if it's leaking. Now if it is leaking, then we can go to pulling that stem back up to make sure that seal is fully sealed. All right, so we already shook the can really well. And we are loading. Now for instruction purposes, it says once the can feels empty, hold upside down for 1 minute. Now this can is getting old, real cold. It's not empty, so I'm gonna grab the thermal scanner just to show, because your regular can is at operating temperature. Before you load it, we gotta get that AC on. That can, we'll get it on the next one. 72 degrees. There we go. Hold it upside down for a minute. There it is. One can. Now the AC clutch is kicking on and kicking off. Short increments. When that's happening, that means that there's not enough pressure in the line. Now that you can hear that AC kind of kicking on a little longer, that clutch is holding a little longer. Maintaining constant pressure, that's what we want. Probably a little product left in this can, but once we take the lid off, we're all set. And we got our soapy water. So before we go any further, we're gonna check for leaks. Let's see. Low sign. Do we use it? No. But we're gonna check it for leaks. No bubbles growing. No bubbles growing. We're good. Now, that one right there. Any bubbles growing? No bubbles growing. All right, let's check the whole thing. We're here, let's do it. Nothing. So, check it all out. No leaks, nothing's growing. We're good. Again, right in there is a valve stem. And that valve stem is notorious because you don't use it very often. And once you break that seal using it, it tends to stick open. Once you fill it and in the next couple of days it runs out, you go, what went wrong? Usually that valve stem is stuck open. Unless you have a break somewhere else in your AC, otherwise, that's it. AC's full.